It is midweek at Crossroads.
What's up? What's up?
We're winding down on our study of the series, The Comeback. We are all in the middle or coming close to the end of this comeback time where we are going to be able to come back and come together. Very excited about the opportunity for us to gather back together. I've always said, and I truly believe, that we're good when we are by ourselves, but we're better when we're together. And I'm looking forward to us being able to come back together. I'm looking forward to the opportunities for us to serve together. My prayer is that you would see the value in giving of your time to serve God by serving our community. And that's what we're going to be doing on the 15th. Just want you all to be a part of it. You'll get some more information about that. We've got several things coming up that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing Ignition 168. That's a week of events, and I'm starting to get those wheels in motion and get everything lined up for that week. It's going to be a great summer. It's going to be a different summer, but it's going to be great, and I want you to be a part of it. The series that we're doing now called Rise. Yes, it is a 14-day series, and I was asked the question yesterday, so do we do 5 days and stop? No, you do 14 straight. And then 2 days before, I think it'll be 2 days before we come back together, we're going to have another small series before we come back together for our first Crossroads in 8,000 years. I think it's been about that long. But the yesterday's study, if you started yesterday, it was talking about what is something God's called you to and how do you answer that call, the calling God's put on your life. I believe that's something we all need to take very seriously, because the calling God's put on your life is not necessarily about a job you might have. It's about what He's put on your life as far as leading people to Christ, being a disciple that makes a disciple, living a life that is good. And I'm heartbroken by what I see on television. Several weeks ago we saw where there was a black man who was confronted by two white men, and the black man ended up getting shot. You know, the report says he was out for a jog and he was accosted by these people. Turn on the news the last day or so, and there was a police officer in Minnesota who was holding down a black man, and the man passed away, even though he was saying, "I can't breathe." And one of the things I'll say, I don't know all the sides to the stories. I have no idea. I'm not going to form an opinion based on that. But as I was watching that this morning, my heart just broke. I've seen the outcry on social media, and that's one of those things that if the biggest thing we're trying to do in making a difference is making a post on social media, I don't really know that that's really going to affect much change. You're part of social media. I'm part of social media. My thoughts have never really been changed by someone's post. And that's one of the things that God has really put on my heart over the years is, yes, I want to teach you what it means to be a follower of Christ. I want to show you how to trust God with all that you are. And in doing that, it's going to make you a better person. And I'm not throwing shade at anyone. But as I was watching the news this morning, they were talking about what happened in Minnesota. The next video was about a man in Birmingham who is going on trial for the kidnapping and murder of someone from the Auburn area close to a year ago. And folks, in my mind, in my heart, racism is a problem, but it's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is sin. And we can call it whatever we want to, but when we get to the heart of the matter, there is sin in this world. And my prayer is that through what we do at Crossroads, it helps you to see people and not color. Man, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. I love you, Crossroads. I'm looking forward to our study tonight. This is not the normally peppy, happy, woohoo. My mind is just in a million places right now, and I want you to know that I love you, and I'm looking forward to the time we get to spend tonight make sure you get involved in our study. I know that tonight is going to be Miss Lori Peoples' visitation, and many of you will be there. She was your teacher for many of you. I've known Lori for probably close to 40 years. And she's always been a very special lady in my life. From the time we were kids, we've been friends. And a couple of months ago, I had the privilege of going to her house and being with she and her mother and father. And Brother James was there, and he talked with her, and I had the opportunity to pray with her. And as long as my memory holds up, I'm going to remember that day. She's a very special person and has touched so many lives. Be sure to pray for this family. Be sure to pray for each other. 11 o'clock will be a great time for you to do that. I'll be doing that today. And also, make sure you get plugged in for tonight's study as we come towards the end of our comeback. I love you, Crossroads. Talk to you soon. See you.